Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the Polish Beryl Archer. I think this is truly one of the best weapon systems out there for a shit hit the fan scenario, and I'm going to tell you why. I really think I'm a huge fan of anything that's piston driven in 5.56. I've got a soft spot for it. I love the Galil. You know, that's one of my favorite rifles. I'm saving up right now to get a ACR or maybe even a SCAR. So, you know, I have a huge soft spot for them. The AK-47 and AKM platform is known for its reliability. The AR and the M4 and M16 platform is known for its accuracy. So the Polish Archer mates both of those. You get M16, M4 style accuracy with the reliability of an AK-47 platform, or an AKM or an AK-74. So you mate the best of two worlds. I think you get a battle rifle, or I'm sorry, a combat system that is very capable when you mate those two features. Okay, this is not a stock Beryl Archer. There are a couple differences from this one. One of the first difference is this right here is a Kydex wrap, and if you're not in the state of California, this is something that you don't have to worry about, but unfortunately I'm in California right now, so I have to have this in order to make it a featureless rifle. Another thing that is not stock is the pistol grip. The pistol grip is not stock. Another thing that's not stock on here is the stock. That is a collapsible barrel stock, and this is actually I actually got this from a surplus company that sells barrel parts from Poland, so that's kind of a neat feature. The collapsible stock is one of the most comfortable and sturdy AK collapsible stocks and foldable stocks out there. I've honestly, the only, just, it's awesome. Like, it's so rigid, it's rock solid. You have zero movement on the trunnion where it's connected. The lockup on it is great. It's got a rubberized coating around the metal parts on the side. It's got a rubberized butt pad on it. Everything is top-notch, high quality. It fits perfect, and it's like a rock. It does actually come with a bracket system that would mount in from the pistol grip bolt, but I found that I didn't need it. I really just was going to go shooting the next day, and I was in a hurry, so I just decided to throw it on there. Originally what it does come with is it comes with a Tapco NATO length stock. Not a fan of the NATO length. I'm kind of a small guy. I'm only 5'7", and I don't like, even if I was a big guy, I don't think I'd really like the NATO length stock compared to the Warsaw length. I'm of the school of thought that I want to minimize the length I am. If you're clearing a room or going in any kind of close quarter, even like heavily wooded areas, you'll understand that you want the least amount of length on your weapon system as possible. And I feel that I accomplished this with the Warsaw stock length. So I went with the Warsaw stock length. That's why I got the barrel stock versus the NATO length. Personal preference. Some people like it, some people don't. Well, the Beryl Archer is unorthodox, to say the least, in terms of an AK platform. It has a enhanced magazine release paddle. It basically it's a lot larger than your average magazine release on an AKM platform, and the reason for that is during a combat scenario, think of the worst day you've ever done shooting. You were hungover, you were tired, whatever, you've gone out, and that's really how you're going to shoot in a combat scenario. People will make silly mistakes in situations like that, and the paddle gives you a bigger surface area, so you have less chances of messing up a reload. And that sounds kind of silly, but it really does make sense, and it's a really great feature to have in a combat rifle. You know, people make silly mistakes, and silly mistakes will get you killed. Here you go. Another cool thing and feature I really like about it is the actual safety. It has a paddle system, or it has a system right here that makes it easier with your index finger just to index your from safe to fire. So you could do that with your trigger finger, or you could do it with your thumb if you wanted to. Just really personal preference. So that's an upgrade that you're not going to see on most AKM platforms. Another thing that makes the barrel a little different. I'll try and get this as best as I can. I can't really see it, but there is a hole right at the underneath the rear sight post, and that is to put a tritium vial in. There's actually a hole right here where it slides into, and you have night sights. So, you know, not too expensive of an upgrade, and you can get something pretty decent in terms of the night sights on it. Another major difference, and by the way, this was safety checked, is your muzzle device. Your barrel's actually threaded right here in this area. And what happened is that there's an actual barrel extension that goes on, making it impossible to use any of the other compensators from that other companies have come out with. So, you know, not the coolest of things I could have done. I would have liked to have been able to use, you know, aftermarket compensators on this, you know, but it doesn't, you know, it helps. It really does help once you get a good comp on a weapon system, just for follow-up shots and things like that, and for rapid fire. Another thing too is it's got a lever right here, which actually takes off the front and bottom hand guards and allows you to take out the gas rod. So that's another cool thing that they did that's a little bit different from a standard AKM platform. Right now it currently has a Circle 10 magazine in it. So they actually work. A couple people have asked what magazines actually fit in the Beryl Archer besides the barrel magazines, and there you go, Circle 10. Just requires a little bit of filing to get them in there, a little bit of sandpaper, you know, a couple minutes on each magazine, and you're good to go. Another thing, it doesn't look like much, but this is the barrel magazine. Okay, the barrel magazine, when you're switching your a platform and going from, like I am, from an AR-15 platform to an AK platform, you have your gear already set up for a certain caliber and a certain magazine style. Now let's say I went to the 7.62 2x39. I would have to buy all new magazine pouches. But since I'm going with the barrel system as my new go-to rifle, I'm actually able to use the same magazine pouches in the same configuration as I was using with my AR. So that's huge. I don't have to relearn locations of magazine pouches or anything, and I can use the same pouches, so I don't have to, it saves me some money. So I can get an AK platform and use my existing AR-15, M4, M16 style magazine pouches. That's a winner for me. Another really cool feature about the barrel is on the rear trunnion, right here. That's actually mounted from the rear trunnion. That's not on the rear stock at all. And then you'll see there's also channels in the front sight post. What that does, or block, what that does is it allows for a rail system to mount from here and mount into the rear sight block. making for an incredibly sturdy platform for mounting optics. And in my opinion, it is the most sturdy platform for mounting optics in the AK world. You know, some people like the side mounts. This does not have, nor does it accept the side mounts that you would normally have on an AK scope mount. So, you know, just something to think about. You got, you know, I'm not a big fan of the side scope mount just because it can get snagged on things. You know, it's kind of a nitpicky deal, but I'd rather have it just solid locked up on the top, just like these. I think the Poles really got it right when designing that that scope mount. So, all in all, huge fan of the Beryl rifle system. It is now my go-to rifle, as I've said before, and it will probably continue to be for some time until I get a Galil, probably. You know, and then I'll just switch off between them. Same concept with the Galil. You can use the M16 style magazine pouches, everything like that. But, you know, super happy with it. It's expensive. I think right now they're going for about $1,000. I picked this one up used for $900. Some controversy with the barrel. On the barrel, they're saying that it's a 1 in 10 twist, but that's an import mistake. It's actually a 1 in 9 twist. I think it's like 288 millimeters or something like that, which translates into a 1 in 9, or right around there. So you don't have a funny barrel, which is a misconception. You got a 1 in 9 twist, which is what the actual barrel rifle from Poland comes with. This is as close as you can get to it's made in the same factory as a combat rifle system from a NATO country. And in terms of the AK platform, I think this is a winner. If you think it's too expensive, honestly, you just got to pay to play. It's a cool system. I really enjoy it. I've been looking for one for a long time. I finally got one, and so far I'm incredibly happy with it. So yeah, go out and buy a Beryl Archer. What do you got to lose? They're pretty good. They're not made by IO, so you don't have to worry about build quality issues that IO has had in the past. It's not made by them. All they do is slap the 922R components on, and it's kind of hard to jack that up. Although I do have the same problem other people have had with the bolt hold open. It doesn't work. But you know, that's nitpicky. When would you ever really need to use that in a combat rifle? You know, it's cool to have at the range, but it's not a big deal. I'm used to it with my other AKs. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe.